Hey everybody, welcome to another live playthrough stream on Contemporary Cardboard. I'm Nick, and today we're going to be playing Tiny Towns from AEG. Came out a couple years ago. I think it was a couple years ago. But we're not really here for a tutorial or a talk about. We're going to play a game. So let's take a look at what we got set up on the table here. Hopefully everyone can see at home what we got here. We have set up the recommended first playthrough buildings, and this is kind of like a little brief overview. It's kind of like a bingo type of a game where whoever's turn it is, the master builder, they will call out one of the, what is this, four different resources here to choose from. We've got wood, we've got stone, glass, and wheat, I think it's called. You can choose one of the four resources, and then everyone's going to take the resource and place it, that same resource, somewhere in their town. Okay? They get to choose. They don't get to choose the resource, but they get to choose where to place it. And then the master builder name will transfer. For the first player will change. They will call out a resource, and then everybody will place said resource wherever they like on their corresponding town. And then play will just pass and pass. As soon as once everyone's placed a resource each round, they have the option to build one of the buildings. And these are the buildings we're playing with. Again, these are the recommended setup buildings with the exception of the Archive of the Second Age. Normally, everyone will get a card, a tower building that is unique to them, and that's hidden. It'll be face down. And then once they build it, they reveal it, and then they get the unique special ability. For this game, we're going to play with, everyone's going to have the same card available from the beginning, just because I think that it will be easier that way. But let's see if anyone shows up. Hopefully we'll get at least one person to join. If not, I will just kind of hang out for a bit and delete the live stream. But I put it out there about an hour ago, saying that we're going to try this again, this live playthrough. It's more fun, I think, for everybody than just watching someone play solo and just not playing a game, really. So hopefully we will get some people to join. If not, oh well. I'm a fledgling YouTuber in theory, hoping gonna make all those YouTube views, but gotta start somewhere, right? I only have the base game. I don't have the expansion. I haven't played the expansion yet. I know it adds money, which I heard isn't that great. That's like the best part of it is just more buildings that you can shuffle in. You can just use new buildings. I guess you don't have to use the economy part. That's what I heard, at least. But you can talk about what the buildings do. The cottage is always the same. You build this pattern here, and then you get 3 points for each of these buildings that are fed. And when it comes to feeding, you need to have a farm. So we'll just jump right over here to farm. It feeds 4 cottages. That's what this little leaf icon is. Feeds 4 cottages anywhere in your building, or in your town, I'm sorry. So for every farm, it feeds 4. So that's cool. Again, cottages aren't worth anything unless they are fed by at least a farm. Theater, it's worth, right here, it's worth 1 point for each other unique building type in the same row or column. We talked about farm ready. Chapel, get 1 point for each fed cottage. So that kind of makes each cottage essentially, each fed cottage is now worth 4 points basically, if you have a chapel. And it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how many. You can just have one chapel and you can have 100 cottages. Factory, this is pretty cool. So just as a reminder, if you put your resources out in this pattern, and then you take them all when you're ready to. You take them all off, and then one of those spots becomes becomes one of the buildings. And then what the factory does is, at the time you build it, you choose which resource you want to put on top of the building. So let's say we'll go glass here. So that kind of goes there. And now whenever someone calls for glass, instead of being forced to take a glass, I can choose any other resource I want instead. So there are 5 resources. I don't know why I said 4 earlier. But you get to choose your whenever glass is called, you can ignore it and take whatever you need. And then we're on the tavern. The more you have, the more they're worth, essentially, and it stops once you have 5. It's worth it's just worth 20 points. So it's not 20 per. It's just if you have 3, it's worth 9. If you have 4, they're all worth 14 total. Well, for each adjacent, this is the well we're talking about. 1 point for each adjacent cottage. And then this is normally everyone has their own tower and it's unique to them, but again, for the live stream, I think we're going to try it this way if we get some viewers. If you're in watching, join the chat. You can actually play along. We've got 4 more spots open. You can play along. You just call out your what resource and then kind of do like a spot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that sort of thing, 16, and then we can figure out where you want to go. I think maybe a little wonky, but we're here. We're giving it a shot, right? Normally this is everyone has their own unique card, but we're going to all use the same one for the stream. 1 point for each unique building type other than the tower in your town. So it's a little bit similar to the theater, but it's everywhere. And then everyone has their own little tower. Once you build that 2x2, you place it there, and you got your own little tower there. Play will continue until everyone's board is filled with buildings and resources. And then once your town is complete, you're out of the game. When it comes to calling and placing, everyone else will continue to take turns, regular turn order, calling and placing until they're full up. Once all that's done, any spots that still have resources on them, you take them off, and they're worth -1 at the end of the game. And then you do a little scoring sheet over here, tally up the points. Whoever has the most points wins. Pretty cool. So we've been going for about 9 minutes. I was hoping to. We had some people that were interested on my social media posts, but we shall see. Actually, let me see if I can't drum up a little bit more excitement here, maybe. Hit the right buttons on here. But hope everyone is doing good, staying home, staying safe. We'll do that, and then we will share that on the on the Instas, the Instagrams is. Just once. Let's crop up this. I know this is super entertaining, but no one's currently watching, so I'm not stressing myself about that. Boop. Save. Alrighty. So that looks pretty good. We are live on YouTube. Let's do at YouTube. Come play, come join, and let's play a game together. Today, we are playing Tiny Towns by AEG. hashtags, all the hashtags. Alrighty, let's see what that does, if anything. Of course, I get a random text from somebody trying to sell me something. I got a lot of phone calls yesterday, a lot of spam phone calls, but let's see what we got here. Oops, sorry, hopefully that wasn't too loud in your ears. But we're just chilling, we're waiting. We shall see what we get. It says 2 people are watching. I think those are both me. I doubt anyone is just sitting here watching and just, you know, listen to me ramble. But we'll wait and see here. Tiny towns, tiny towns. That delay's not too bad. I got it stream. I'm watching the stream on my tablet. That's where I can also see and read the chat, and see that no one's currently chatting, aka playing. But we shall see. We'll put that over there. I know, yeah, you can play on Tabletop Simulator. We played last night, some friends and I. We played, just to kind of get familiar with the interface, we played Love Letter. That was fun. And then we played Crokinole, which is very interesting. But still, it's really cool. If you haven't checked out Tabletop Simulator and you're looking for a way to play games other than through this weird setup that I'm trying, to check out Tabletop Simulator on Steam. It was on sale. I don't know if it still is or not, but there's a lot of cool stuff on there. Oh, this lighting's not very good now that I'm looking at it on my host cam. But we'll deal with it for now. It would be that light is not super great. No, it's this one. Actually, I mean, I could just do that maybe. How's that looking? Get that out the way. I think that helps a little bit. This light is on, yes. So, but hey, it is what it is. Being in TV production and in real life, whatever that is right now, I'm trying, like, I was trying to be technically awesome right out the gate and professional right out the gate, and I kept saying, like, oh, this isn't good enough yet, this isn't good enough yet, you know, testing stuff. And as I said, heck it, you gotta just do it. So this is what we got right now. Hopefully it looks and sounds good. Been watching back a little bit of the stuff I've done the last couple days, and it's looking okay. Serviceable, we'll put it that way. But yeah, streaming, and I guess I'll give it another like 5 minutes. Probably just going to call it for today. But again, that's fine. Seeing what kind of interest, if any, we got on the Insta posts here. It's Saturday, probably, everyone's doing other stuff. Hopefully they're playing games in real life with the people they're stuck with. We're playing on Tabletop Simulator, which I'm going to give a shot here in a little bit. Again, seeing who's on there. Yeah, so it says there's 2 watching, so that's got to be that's definitely the tablet. That's one of them, and I guess the desktop. Is there a tab still open on the desktop that's watching it? I don't remember, but yeah, this is. I'm just gonna go ahead and call it. I do want to quickly talk about this awesome little thing. I've had it. Streamers have been using these forever, but I think it's just super duper cool. The nerd in me. When I was setting this up, I nerded out really hardcore about it, and it's kind of tangled up. Actually, I'll just do this. Stand by. Trying to untangle. There we go. So this thing is called a Stream Deck, and this is what my computer's way over there. And I got a wireless keyboard mouse. I could bring it all over to control the stream with. But what I can do, this is what I can choose to control the mic. I program this button, and now my mic is on. And now it's back on, and the color changes. That was a really cool thing to figure out. This is how I cut cameras, so I can hit. So I hit game cam. I'm trying to do this so you can see it and watch it happen at the same time. So game cam, and then I can fade to the game cam, right? And then you're putting it in preview, which is so I can change cameras before I take the camera, put it online to stream it out to you folks. So that's fade, and I can cut. I can hit this. I just hit the same button, and I'm cutting from preview what's in preview to what's in program. So right now, the game camera is which is right up here, by the way, looking straight down. I just hit cut, and I cut right to it, and then it puts the last thing that was online in preview. So I can just keep hitting the same button, and we're just going back and forth. Some TV nerd stuff for you. I got my animation here. That comes with audio built into it. Plays the animation. I've got blackened bars. That's kind of fun. There's no tone on that, but not really supposed to put that online. That's more for testing purposes. I've got a pre-built look here. So I got my close-up camera down here. I can have in the corner, and I can pre-build all that stuff on the desktop before I go live, and I can program the buttons. I've got more buttons that I can use down here. I got a folder I can dig down in. I got more buttons I can program. It's pretty cool. I've got the record button. I'm not currently recording to my local machine, but I am currently streaming to you folks at home. So this button when it's red, it's streaming, and if I were to hit that button, we would stop streaming, which is probably what everyone wants me to do right now. But when I'm not streaming or recording, they're green, and then when I am recording and streaming, they're red. And that was just really cool. I had this for over a year. Thank you, Mom, for this awesome Christmas present. It was on my wish list because I don't think she knows what that was when she got it for me. But I finally dusted it off, and very powerful. Using the vMix 60-day free trial, super awesome. I would love to justify paying the sticker price for it once the free trial is up. So I've got 2 months to gain enough viewers and everything to justify. I already spent enough money on this hobby streaming hobby as it is. So, but that's just my life right now. My ramblings. So I rambled a lot longer than I thought I would, but that's Stream Deck by Elgato. That's the company, Elgato Stream Deck. If you're thinking about streaming and wanting to simplify some stuff, I know it works with OBS too. OBS is the free version, is a free open source streaming program. vMix has a free option, but has a lot more features if you pay for them. But I think it's just a lot cleaner, I feel like simpler, more supported interface because you pay for it, they'll give you support if stuff's not working. But yeah, so this was not Tiny Towns. This was the ramblings of a person stuck at home alone. But we are doing what we can. Check out for some check out my other videos that aren't rambling, that are actually about games, and like, comment, subscribe, hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I go live and see if we're playing a game that you can join in with. I don't know if anyone else is doing this, like playing with the internet. Maybe I gotta work on my social media posts to to say that, hey, you can play with me. You're not just watching me play with other people over the internet. That's my goal with this. I think it'd be cool to play with people through the chat, or even eventually get their webcams incorporated into the stream, their webcam and the microphone, and they can just talk it out. Because I think this game would work actually if you've got a copy at home. You can play along, because in this game, resources are not limited to what comes in the box. The only thing would just be, it would be weird to have, I guess it wouldn't be that super weird if we ended up having the same tower. But yeah, the other game we did was Las Vegas. That was pretty easy to play through the chat, and we had a couple friends on the chat as well play. That was pretty cool. You just roll dice, and they just said what dice they wanted to place where. So I got another dice game, Roll For It. I thought about pulling out, which is kind of similar. It's kind of like Yahtzee. You just roll and the dice, and then you assign them to cards to score points. Once you complete the card, you win the points on the card. Kind of similar to Las Vegas. I wanted to try something different, but yeah. Maybe the next stream I'll play this. I'll read up the solo rules, because this game can play solo normally. Yeah, 1 to 6. So maybe tomorrow we'll play this solo, and still stream it. And maybe I won't get destroyed like I did in Mystic Vale yesterday. Check that video out. I played that today, earlier today, not this morning because I slept in. Played that not on stream. I played with an easier. I still randomized the Nemesis, but I pulled out an easy Nemesis, and I played on the regular corruption track, and I got more points, and the Nemesis got less points, but still more than me. But it's still really cool. Really like Mystic Vale and Tiny Towns and the games I have behind me. You can kind of see there. If you see any games there you think might work for a live playthrough, chat playthrough, I've got to figure out a way to play, or rename that. Because again, maybe people saw the post, they liked it and stuff, but they're not here. So maybe they're just like, I don't want to watch Nick play, but with other people, blah blah blah. I wanted to play, but we'll see. I'm done rambling. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.